Yay! Oh, sorry. Hey.
You broke
Hello.
tradition, Ange. You stood right
Yeah.
there. You sat there.
She
You
was
didn't
just
move.
I'm
waiting.
tired. I'm
I'm
tired. Okay.
tired.
Yeah. She went for the, oh, my camera is on a glitch. Yeah. And then I moved.
It's gonna be one of those shows. You
I
just
don't-
know
I
it's gonna
don't-
be one of those shows.
I just don't have the thigh muscles today. I'm sorry, lads.
It's okay. I'm well rested. I'm gonna bring the energy for everyone. I'm ready, and thank you all for tuning in. Happy Saturday. I'm Jien in Singapore. This is Perci in the Philippines and Ange in Hong Kong. And there's some pinging going on. I apologize for that because I think maybe it's my laptop. I'll sort it out. But more importantly, welcome to our show called Dear Future Grandkids. Now, this is a show where we ask an interesting guest a big question. What would they say to their future grandkids?
We are live on YouTube and Facebook. You can leave us messages all the way through, chat with us throughout the show. If we don't get to read them all out live, don't worry. We always check in on them afterwards.
Yeah, we want to know your favorite parts of the show. So please keep on telling us about them. We want to keep improving. I just wanted to give a shout out to the early ones here. Katrina, Kawaii Dana, Michael J, Aaron, Forts. Hey, Forts. Requiem Channel, hi. And yeah, Aaron, hi. Hello.
Hi,
Hey,
guys.
Jien.
You're back again. You're our regulars. So great.
Hi, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Right, so looks like we're ready to introduce our guest. So
But
let's
we
get
lost
started.
Ange.
Oh, we lost Ange. Yes, we lost
Yeah,
Ange. We
There's just
knew
no one, Jien.
Percy, we talked about this last week. I disappeared 2 weeks ago. You more or less disappeared, and Ange never does. Ange, you finally joined the team. You joined the team.
I just don't know what happened.
You joined the
limbo.
team.
I jinxed it. I jinxed it because I did say that I was we were frequently organized, because normally it's this mad scramble 1 minute before we go live and the guest is still in an Uber, nothing's happening. And I said to you guys, I'm really freaked out because we seem to have got our act together and it's like 2 minutes before we go live. I jinxed it.
That's okay.
Too
Welcome to
funny.
the club. I had two
Well-
seasons of that, so it's fun.
Welcome to the club, finally. Don't jinx it. Don't jinx it. So now we're pretty sure that we think everything will run very smoothly. So let's get started. And here's
Isn't
the
that
intro.
jinxing? Isn't that
What?
jinxing it?
Don't say it. I was just trying to be
Fingers,
smooth about it. You keep saying it,
legs.
so then you're gonna jinx it again.
Arms crossed, eyes crossed. Yeah.
Okay, rewind. Let's kick it off. So today we will be building a video time capsule for a talent who was born for the stage, an actor, singer, multi-instrumental musician, and a dancer who started as a kid acting and modeling in Malaysia. He started his first TV commercial at the age of just 5 years old, and at 6, he started playing the violin, then the piano, and ended up studying at the Conservatorium of Music in Sydney before heading back to Asia and landing huge roles in musicals such as La Cage, Cabaret, and Dreamgirls with our dear friend and, of course, our episode 2 guest, Azura Zainal. He currently stars in a daily soap called Kin in Singapore, long-running series, 3 years and counting, and continues to teach music and perform at Black Tie and many other events. A big dear future grandkids welcome to our guest today, Aaron Khaled.
Hey!
Hey,
Thank you so much for
Aaron!
having me.
Hey.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here.
Hey,
Welcome to the
Aaron.
show, Aaron. I like that photo of you with long hair, that last photo that said
Yeah.
very Game of Thrones.
How much conditioner did you use and spend a lot of money back then?
Oh, I didn't spend a lot of money actually. Actually, I was saving a lot of money for not going to the hairdressers every 2 weeks because my hair grows like weed. So I was just like, I'm just gonna let it grow out, let it see what happens to it. And before you knew it, it was all the way down to my chest. And I thought, okay, I'm just gonna donate it to the Cancer Society. So
Oh, well done, you.
good deed, well done.
Yeah, I'm just gonna throw in a '90s reference there. Long hair like Fabio. For those who know.
Yes, Fabio
No,
for sure.
it's not Fabio. It's Milli Vanilli. Oh, Milli Vanilli.
Ooh,
Yes.
Percy, don't again disclose our age. It's too close.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Try to keep it quiet.
In all fairness, I was just like, okay, I want to be like, Jason Momoa or someone like Chris Hemsworth, but you know, it really didn't turn out because I'm like this tall. So.
Well, Aaron, you know, after seeing your long hair, did you ever imagine yourself as a grandfather and what your hair will look like as a grandfather?
I think I'll be bald.
You think you'll be bald?
Yeah,
Really?
I think I'll be bald. I think I'll be bald one day. So I thought better take all the pictures I can now while I still have my real hair.
Look at that head of hair. You ain't going bald. That's never gonna
I
happen.
think I think it'll happen one day. Like my dad's 60 and he's balding already at the yeah, exactly.
crown?
That's how
There you go.
Hey, full head of hair, silver
No,
fox.
no.
Look at that.
No,
Look at that.
the hairline. The hairline's gone.
Oh, hey.
Nice beard, though. Nice beard.
Yeah.
Hey there, Breaking Bad there, huh?
Funny
Dude,
thing,
looking
I can't
good.
I can't grow anything. I can't
Oh.
grow any hair here. It's really bad. It's really
Oh,
my
there you go.
goodness.
So
Look
that's
at
like
that.
that's like photos from Kin, the long running Singapore soap series he's doing. So if that's really from the set, that would be
Yeah, that's 50 years from now.
40 years from now, 50 years he's still running.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Well,
Oh,
you still
can
have hair in those photos, right? You still have hair, and I think that's always a good sign.
Mhm.
Always.
So, Aaron, we want to know the future granddad, Aaron, a little bit more. We're going to give you some quick fire questions right now. In 3 words, how are you feeling right now?
In 3 words, I'm feeling grateful, healthy, and happy.
Oh,
Nice.
what more can one ask for? That's fantastic. And you've lived all over, haven't you? Name a few of the
Yes.
countries you've lived in, and if you have any
I've-
favorites as well.
I've lived in Australia, Malaysia, Singapore, Russia.
Lived in Russia.
Whoa!
Yep, Moscow, Russia.
Australia, Russia, Singapore,
I
Malaysia.
know. All
What did
over.
you do in
yeah,
Russia?
Exactly. I was majoring in piano at that time, so I was in the conservatory in Moscow. So I lived there for 2 years. Yeah, I was studying.
Wow. Well, speaking of studying, how about when you were still a kid? What were you like in school?
I think I was okay. I wasn't the naughty kid or anything. I mean, we were all naughty, right? But I think I was as hardworking as I could have been. I was quite outgoing. Yeah, but I was always being exploited by the teachers. I remember this very clearly
What?
because I did music and ballet. So every time there was a last minute performance that the class needed to present, they'll be like, "Oh, Aaron, what did you go and do? You go and do something." And I'm like, "What can I do?" So yeah, from primary school right up to high school, they're like, "Okay, Aaron, call Aaron, just let him do it." So I was like the puppet. Yeah,
You're the go-to guy, the performing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're the
here you
performer.
go.
yeah, I was the performing monkey. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like cheer pets. It's just to let you know that I used to work with Ange as well with Perci. And Ange used to be my boss, and yeah, I was treated like a cheer pet. Like she'll
Yeah,
bring me
just-
out every now and
just-
again to go, hey, make some noise, do something, you know.
Just do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And-
just
and-
entertain.
yeah.
Entertain.
And there was no one else to do it, so I was just like, okay, I guess I have to just do something. Yeah. So, yeah.
I know how you feel, man. Feel it.
Well, Aaron, from
Yeah.
there, did you always want to be a performer, or was there a first job that you remember wanting to do as a kid?
No, not really. I mean, when everyone asks, what would you like to be when you grow up, then there's the 3 things everyone says: the doctor, lawyer, or something high-paying like a banker or whatever. But for me, I really don't know what I want to do. But my dad is actually working in aviation, so I thought, oh, maybe I'll be a pilot one day. I don't know, because I love to travel. We used to travel a lot as a family when we were young. But then performing and just playing music to everyone was just very natural to me. That's why my mom didn't allow me to stop, even though I was like lazy to practice, typical kid stuff. But she was just like, no, just keep going. You can't do this, you can't do that. You have to keep going with your piano and your music and violin, and yeah. So I
You
guess
would have
that
been a
was the
great
most natural
pilot.
thing.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Great.
we're about to land in Singapore, and then you break into song.
Yeah.
I love that. I would love to ride on your plane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or bring
Then the guy
brings
just
up.
has to go, yeah, pilot, can our pilot give us a song? Because somebody needs a song.
Yeah. We're
Very
taking
interesting flight.
the pilot's taking requests.
Yeah, the pilot's
Oh,
taking
no.
requests. I'm sorry, we're still circling because we cannot land at the airport. I am taking requests now.
Yes.
Who's flying the plane then?
Yeah. Well, there's a co-pilot, and then everything's pretty much
yeah.
automated in that sense, right? Except when you take off and land. So, Aaron, well, I'd love to be in that plane if you were that pilot. But what's your greatest indulgence? Do you have one?
Indulgence.
Yeah.
Not really. I'm actually quite simple. Yeah,
Okay.
I think the greatest indulgence is just to be able to travel, and I've realized that even more now. Living in the times that we're living now. That's the
Yeah.
best.
Travel. What was that like?
Yeah.
You remember that
Travel?
one?
Ooh. And so what's something that you always wish you had more time for? Because obviously really busy working now, the day to day, but something that you always wish you had more time for.
I think just sports. I mean, right now I'm so into tennis. So like I really like being outdoors. I like hiking. I like any outdoorsy stuff, exploring, seeing new places. I think if I had more time to do that, I would probably do that more.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's nice. Outdoors is great. Man, I love tennis too as well. So fantastic. Thanks for that, Aaron. That's a quick fire question. So we got to know you a little bit more. And thank you to all the viewers for watching as well. If you got any questions for Aaron, fire away in the comment section. We'll do our very best to ask as much as we can to find out more about this young, talented fella.
Yeah. And Aaron, you've been performing since the age of just 5. You must have collected some memories and memorabilia on the way. Is there anything you can go and grab for us? A couple of objects that mean something to you from all these years in show business?
Oh shoot. Well, okay, because I've been traveling a lot, right? So all the stuff that I have, like from performing, are all in my house back in Malaysia. So at the moment, everything's digital. Everything's on my phone, like photos or even pictures of ticket stubs or like passes. When you go into when you bump into a new theater, it's all digital at the moment. So I don't have anything to show you guys.
Yeah, I know that you're a really minimalist, sort of clean guy, aren't you? You sort of you are, like you said, simple. You would like to simplify everything into its sort of basic, essential items.
I try to.
Yeah, because I think that's pretty cool. It's in a way, it's better instead of having stuff. It's better to have memories, right?
For sure.
I think-
Memories. I mean, everything's digital now, so you don't have to like hoard everything. You don't have to keep every single program anymore like you used to.
Yeah.
So,
But I don't know. I think for me, I don't know. I'm an old man. So some things that are really tangible that, I feel that is still, I don't know, maybe a sentimental guy, like, the first ever newspaper article that was written about me, that's like something really precious, or my first cover or something like that. So it's just something to look back on, especially later on when you have kids. It's quite nice because my kids, except for my oldest, have no clue that I used to be working in television. They have no clue whatsoever. So it's just nice to, So I think some memories is just nice to have, and especially the stuff that you do as well. Keep it. You never know in the future that, it's nice to just pull it up every now and again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I mean, if
Aaron.
I had a camera back then, I would have like taken a photo of you on Disney Channel because I grew up watching you.
There you
When I
go.
was a small kid, I was just like, oh, yeah, he's presenting. He's going to tell us what the next cartoon is. Okay, Richard. Yeah, I used to watch you growing up.
Aaron, it's very kind of you. I let you in.
I think I was like 2 or 3. I barely can remember.
Oh,
Like,
stop
way.
it! Stop it! Don't say 2 or 3. That's even worse. Like,
no, it's
could
not,
I
it's not.
could I
It's not,
be
it's
any older? No,
Just
Aaron. I
playing,
let you in on a kind of an open secret here in Dear Future Grandkids. Do you know who's responsible for creating Disney Buzz?
It was a team.
And
I think
Angela
it's
Chung was
someone-
Angela
It was a
Chung.
team. No, it was a team. It
And
was a team
Angela Chung.
effort.
Well, no, you kickstarted it and everything else. The constant. She's the
Wow.
one. She's the one. Yeah.
Are you gonna
No,
say start it again? Or, like,
no man is an island. It was definitely a team effort, and it was just one of those things where people like Jen, they just brought something to it, and it's so funny because you mentioned you watched Jen when you were really young. It's
Yeah.
so weird to me how many people bring it up, and it was all those years ago. I had no, because it was a show. I'm based in Hong Kong, and it was a show that was primarily done for Malaysia, Singapore, Southeast Asia. So I don't feel it in Hong Kong. I don't get it. But Jen and I were in Thailand, and someone just a couple of years ago, and someone mentioned it. I've been in Singapore, and someone's mentioned it. I've been in Malaysia, and someone's mentioned it. It's just amazing.
Because
the
I
legacy.
remember this. I remember this very clearly. It was every Saturday morning, Saturday 9 a.m. or 8 a.m. I can't remember. And we still had the box TV, and so it was during the 80s, I think. So I had to like hit the box TV to like slam it again. I was like, okay, it's on now. It's on now.
Not that old. It's
Did you have
the
to
late.
turn the knob? Did you have to
It's
turn
like
the knob?
1990 and early 2000s. It's not that old.
It had rabbit
Just pulling
antennas.
it late. Just pulling it late.
You had to hold the aerial up.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I had to do that, yeah. And Percy, you weren't in the Disney Bus group.
I actually came to visit one today. Ange.
Yeah, Percy. So we all worked
I was
together.
working at the Hong Kong one.
Yeah.
So we all had different shows around the region, but we'd all help each other. So we'd run out. And Percy and I, we spoke every single day for an hour, no matter what, for years and years and years when we were at Disney. And might be on different shows and in different time zones and struggling with different problems. But we always swapped ideas, always. And we always swapped complaints and swapped emotions with each other every single day. So it means a lot. Honestly, it just means a lot, Aaron, that you have some fond memories of it. That's really sweet.
Thank you for lying, Aaron. We love you for that.
Thank you. Thank you for reading that part of the script, Aaron.
The money's on the way. Pay now to you now. I know technology, so
Aaron, now we know what your childhood was like, especially the fact that your childhood had Jen in it.
Sorry.
We like snooping around though, so can you give us a little bit of a tour around your house? We're really looking for a corner of shame if you have one.
Okay, so I don't really have a corner of shame because my apartment's really, really tiny, but I'll just show you my corner of glory. So
nice.
Fortunate to have a beautiful view of the city, and this is it.
Oh wow!
Wow!
Oh, nice.
The little table here, yeah.
Wow!
And the sun rises there every morning, so it's nice to wake up and have a beautiful view to start the day.
Nice.
That's stunning. And the sky is so blue today, huh?
Yeah, it's really hot. It's been really hot for the past few days, actually. Yeah, but it's nice weather. Yeah, nice beach weather. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So yes, thank you for spending your Saturday afternoon with us and not at the beach.
Oh, it's fine.
That would be guilty.
Probably I'll go to the beach later, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for sharing that with us. You totally just turned that around from a corner of shame to a corner of glory. We got to take note of that. And what a great view to wake up. Look at that. Beautiful.
Yeah, it's really nice. Yeah.
So this is in a part of the show where we want to talk about in terms of your family. And we know that obviously if your background always been the performance arts, musicians and all of that. Are all your family involved in performing in one way or another as well? Or they're really different?
No. So my dad is in aviation. He's an engineer, but he's very creative. I think we get his acting, skills from him because he's so good at impressions. He's the funny guy in the family, and he's super creative. I think if he wasn't doing what he was doing, he'd be a great actor. Really, really amazing. And my mom's a ballet teacher. She still teaches to this day. And so she made all of us do music and dance as children. Yeah. My older sister is a professional dancer.
Wow.
She teaches as well. Yeah. And my younger sister did a little bit of ballroom as well. And yeah, very creative. We are all in the arts industry. None of us are like scientists.
Wow,
Fantastic.
family gatherings at your place must be just
Yeah.
insane.
It's like an episode of Glee.
Yeah, it's-
Oh.
It's my turn to perform. My turn.
Yeah.
Me.
No.
Dinner ready?
Actually,
Let's
the
perform.
opposite, like, no, you go and play. I don't want to practice. You go and play. It's totally the opposite.
I mean, even singing Happy Birthday must be the
Yeah.
nicest family happy birthday sing along that they can possibly be.
I can't remember. I guess. Yeah.
Because you were forced to play the violin.
The
Yeah,
piano.
you were playing
The piano.
playing-
And the piano.
playing
Yeah, I'll play the
piano.
piano. Yeah. Yeah.
So it's not happy birthday. Okay, you do the second voice and you do the melody.
No, it wasn't that. Because my sisters are not they're not really singers, but I mean we're all musical, so we just just sing away, I guess. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So Aaron, do you have any memory that from your family that somehow pointed the way to this career that you have now?
Yeah, for sure.
One moment.
I actually there are many moments, but I think I overheard this. My dad brought me to work one day, to the airport or something like that, and said, hey, you should bring your son to a casting, because they're doing like this ad for like milk powder or something. I can't remember what ad it was. And he was like, yeah, sure, I'll bring him. Not thinking much about it, but then I really felt very comfortable being around cameras and being around people. So it was easy. I wasn't the difficult child to work with. I don't think. I may be wrong. I don't think. But then I kept on.
I think all the child performers say that.
I don't know, but I kept on
It's
getting
difficult to work
jobs. You
with.
see, all the way until I was 13. So I
No,
was
but
just
I'm
like,
sure.
yeah,
I'm sure.
Yeah, it was. I didn't feel like I was. It was very foreign. It didn't feel very foreign to me to be a part of this whole set. You know what I mean? And full of adults and everyone doing their lights and things like that. It was just like, yeah, just turn up, do what the director says, and it'll be fine. And I think it was.
Did
I think that's where it all started.
Did you enjoy it, Aaron? Did you go, wait, when's my next, ad gig? When's my next performing gig? Or did you go, did it just feel like, well, this is something that I do. Other people might play tennis in the afternoon. I just go and shoot a TVC. And then afterwards, did you go, I want to get paid to do this for a living. I want to do this full time.
No, I was too young to actually know what I wanted, but it was definitely something that I enjoyed doing a new product. Like I remember Ribena, McDonald's, pedal pop, because you have a lot of props, right? So after the ads over, they're like, okay, who wants? And then of course I would say I want it. So I got a bicycle, I got lots of ice cream, lots of Ribena. I think I got like a Game Boy as well at one point. I can't remember. I got plenty of freebies, so that was like motivation for me to keep doing, and just smiling on camera. Yeah, so it was fun. Yeah, I think it was only later in life where I was just like, when I started acting on camera again, 7 years ago, where I felt, oh, I remember this. I remember enjoying it. So I think that's when I decided, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna try to make the most out of it.
Oh, so there was a gap. There was a gap between
Yes.
you performing
Yeah,
as a
because
child and then
I
coming
was
back.
because I was focusing on my music when I in my teens. Yeah, so I wasn't so much acting or doing ads. I was playing the piano and violin. And I moved to Melbourne to study for a few years, and then moved to Russia, and then came back to Sydney, Australia. Yeah, so it was very music centric until less than 10 years ago.
Was that a conscious decision when you moved to music? Like you said, okay,
No.
I'll stop this and move to music already.
No. It was just the motion of things, because music was always in our lives. So I just kept on doing it, and I kept on doing it well. So mom was like, okay, don't you ever stop, just keep doing it. And so I was just like, yeah, and I enjoy it, blah blah blah. It just when it came to the practicing, it was just a little bit like, okay, this is like taking up my life. But we were kids, so we didn't like to practice. I mean, that's natural. So yeah.
I mean, I suppose aside from a love of performing, and I guess you're good with nerves and memorizing scripts and things like that. But aside from that, is there something you learned as a child actor that you think has stood you in good stead as an adult?
I think, yeah. Wow, as a child actor, all I remember is, Aaron, good, do one more time. Aaron, good, do another time. And I'm like, okay, I'll do many versions of what the director wants. So when I'm on set now, it's very familiar. It's just like, okay, why didn't you do it in a different way, or why didn't you try doing this time? So it's just playing around. So I really like, exploring again. I think it's just that side of trying to find something new, trying to discover something interesting. Yeah. So
Did you wind up doing a lot of auditions? Like, because sorry, being around a lot of actors, especially child actors, their common story is that yeah, it's like that. It's like I grew to love it. I enjoyed bringing home the props. you know, but there's also another side, a flip side, which is they started learning about auditions and rejection at an early age and having to deal
yeah.
with that. Did you find yourself having to deal with that too?
No, because for me it was just doing it for fun at that time. There was no pressure from my parents to get that job, or my mom wasn't a momager where she was like, no, you have to do this, you have to make sure you do that. It was just, okay, we'll just put you up there and then you do what you do. If you don't get it, then it wasn't even a thought whether I would get it or not. If I do, then the next thing I know would be turning up on set and doing the same thing I did in the audition room. So yeah,
That's
and
really
even
good.
before I did ads, my mom would sign me up for like singing competitions, like like she would make costumes for us to go, and I can't remember. I can't remember what competitions they were, but they were like in all these malls, and so we just had to wear something nice and sing, or like a talent competition, basically. Yeah, so I was very familiar with just getting up on stage and just doing what I was taught to do. Yeah.
It's really
Sounds,
good.
yeah, it sounds like you said, your mum wasn't a momager. Your mum
Yeah.
was just, do you fancy doing this? And if you do, and if you don't. And I think that's probably what's led to your success. Because I think if you put too much pressure on yourself, especially at a young age, or you have adults putting too much pressure on yourself at a young age, that can be really hard. I also wonder,
No,
go on, yeah.
sorry. I think when it came to like performing on stage or doing ads and all that, I think my mom just saw that I wasn't uncomfortable doing it, or it wasn't something that was forced. It was something that came natural, and I was happy. I was still smiling. I wasn't like awkward, in front of people. So I think she didn't stop it. But the pressure part came to the music, because I think she knew I was good at it. So she didn't want me to be lazy and say, oh, I don't want to do this anymore. So she just said, just keep on doing it until you finish your grade 8. So I finished my grade 8 at 13, but I was still performing at school because everyone loved, like I said earlier, the teachers would say, oh, can you perform this for Malaysia Day, or can you perform this for, or a guest is coming, a very VIP, can you perform something? I was like, yeah, okay, I'll do it. So it was always a continuation of being the performing monkey, which I was fine with. I like performing and seeing people happy. Yeah.
I
Oh,
think
that's
that's the
great.
healthy part because I
Yeah.
mean you kind of have this attitude where any opportunity to perform, whether it's an audition or whether you're already on stage, is equally important to you, and I think that's healthy. I mean, I do hope that a lot of parents of child actors train, not really train, but orient their children that way. Because it is a
Yeah.
blessing. Not everybody gets a chance to perform, to be honest. Not everybody gets invited to go and audition, even. Because
Yeah.
everybody's just sending in their pictures and their portfolio, but it's
Yeah.
never invited, right? So rather than look at it on the flip side that you're competing, look at it from the point of view of it's a blessing that you're already at this point where you can share your talent. I like that. I like that attitude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love.
And I think it's very important to know when the kid is enjoying it and really just second nature to them, as opposed to being forced. And even though they may have some talent, if there's no desire to perform, then there's no point pushing. If not, it would just kill the passion, and that's very important. I've learned as well as a teacher, as I teach music as well.
Yeah, that's a tough, Asian parents, right? That's a really tough one. Because, there's always, as a music teacher, there's always those first 3 years where playing the violin sounds like a dead cat dying slowly and painfully, and your fingers are ripped, and it's never going to sound good in the first 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, no matter how many hours a day you practice. So it's that balance between trudging through the horrible bits, the painful, nasty scales, boring, tedious bits, and getting through to the other side when you can actually hit enjoyment mode, right? It's just a fine line. Yeah, it is. Yeah, difficult one.
And even when I started violin, I mean, I think, I'll ask my mom again, I got the violin as a birthday present. When I was 5 or 6. So just my mom, I remember this clearly. She's like, okay, go into the storeroom and take what you see out. And I was just like, what is this? I was like so fascinated. I took it out. I was so comfortable with it, not knowing what it was even. So I think that is also very important, not to have it holding it awkward, or even on the piano, if it doesn't come naturally to you, then you can really tell if that kid is going to be going to enjoy the instrument or not.
Yeah. Good advice. Good advice from the music teacher. Yeah. That's fantastic.
Yeah, or you have talent. So if you're someone like me, there's no issues because I just don't have any talent, so it's easy.
No, you have talent. You don't have to worry.
You don't have to worry about it. It's fine. Perform. Hello. Coordination.
Coordination.
Yeah,
we've already established, Jen, that you're the talented one. You're the star. We already established that a few minutes ago.
In an empty room.
Yeah, brightest star in an empty room. Aaron, what we want you to do now is grab your phone. Scroll down through your WhatsApp and leave a voice message for someone significant or important in your life.
Oh,
so does it have to do with grandkids that I want to have with that person?
No,
just no, nothing to do with grandkids. It's just
a meaningful message, to anyone.
Leave a message.
Just a random meaningful message.
Yeah, to anybody. Yeah. In your contact list.
Yeah.
Could be someone you're texting with every day. It could be someone you haven't texted in years. It could be just see where it takes you, how you feel right now.
Okay, I'm going to do it now.
Okay.
Hey, I hope you're watching right now, because I told you I was going to go live. But if you're not, then oh well, you can catch it on YouTube later. But just hope you're keeping safe, and I miss you and love you.
Done. Aww. If you get a reply, you don't have to tell us who it's from, but
might not even reply. I don't know.
If you get a reply before the end of the show, we'd love to hear it.
Okay, I'll check later.
Hey, you've got Aaron. You've got a lot of fans on our comments.
I do.
Yeah.
Kawaida says, send a message for me, maybe. Kawaida Sanson. John Dalbic Vlog TV says, hello, Aaron. Roel Maglasang says, hi from North Carolina. It's 2 a.m. there.
Oh, wow.
And he's watching. Forts wants to know what a typical day for you is like.
What a typical day for me is like. Okay, so right now I'm filming the series Kin. So on a typical day, maybe I might start at about 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. So I wake up, I make my bed, I make my coffee, drink lots of water, I watch the news, I watch the sunrise, and then I slowly get ready, shave a little bit, whatever hair I have here. And then take a shower.
Not here.
And then head to set. and then come back, and then fix my dinner, and yeah, pretty much chill. Or sometimes I might meet some friends, play tennis, or yeah, really, really low key, relaxing kind of lifestyle.
And somewhere between that, you're wowing people with your talent. You skip that part.
I don't know. I try. I try to do justice to the script. Yeah.
Too humble, too humble. We know that, Aaron, you have a very successful career. Now, do you have like an overall plan, or is there any goals left that you want to fulfill?
Oh yeah, a lot of goals. But like recently, and I think due to the pandemic as well, I've learned a lot about myself and just life in general, about how you can set goals and you can try to within your control to achieve them. But at this time, there's nothing is certain. You don't know what your next job is going to be. You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. There's so many uncertainties. So I try to just keep doing what I love. Don't stop. Just do it until I stop enjoying it, and be grateful for every opportunity that comes my way. So when I got the opportunity to be on this show, I thought, just take it. I mean, there's nothing to lose, and it's nice to share, and connect with people. So that's how I always remind myself at the end of every day, just to grab opportunities and be grateful for them and be sincere.
Wow. Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Aaron, you've got a great attitude, obviously, to work, but in your mind, in your thoughts, what are the character traits that you have that made you successful?
I think my mom really showed me from a young age that you really have to put the work in. You have to have the right attitude. You have to, suck it up. Sometimes when times are bad or when you don't like it, just do it, because in tough moments, you really need to be tough, for not just for yourself but for the whole gang. You have to stick up. Good day goes smooth. So I think I have this attitude of just keep going and keep working hard, and everything will come together. Even if it's not the outcome that you want, it will be okay.
Do you think, I mean, that's a great motto for life. Do you have any other mottos for life that you find yourself repeating all the time to friends, or repeating to yourself in the morning when you're feeling a bit stressed or something?
Well, I try to meditate. I try to meditate for at least a few minutes every day. And meditating is basically just breathing, right? And so I think of like my day and what I've accomplished or what I've not accomplished, and I just have give thanks for whatever that I've received. So that's, and also service. I think service is a really important part in life, because service makes your life more meaningful. So for me, being an actor on TV, if someone is happy, or if like sometimes I get sweet messages from people on Instagram saying that, this made my day, or I like I like the scene, I felt for Lewis today. It just makes me feel like I've done what I'm supposed to do. So it's not so much of a vanity thing, because I don't watch myself saying that, I look good here and stuff like that, because at the end of the day, it's what you bring and how people receive it.
Aaron, what really strikes me about you, Aaron, is you come across very zen. You come across, you sort of say what happens will happen, and I don't know what's around the corner. I don't really make goals. And for some people that comes across kind of a bit wishy-washy and something, but for you, it truly comes across as peaceful, as something that you truly live by, and it clearly works for you.
Okay, don't get me wrong. I do have a lot of goals, and I'm very competitive. Like when I'm playing tennis with Sue, I'm super competitive. When I'm playing like arcade games, or I'm super competitive. But at the end of it, when I'm out of it, I'm just like, oh well, that what did I take? What did I get out of this? I had fun. I had fun with my friends. So even if I lose or even if I win, I just treat it as the whole experience rather than damn it, I didn't get this and stuff like that. Because at the end of the day, I have to be at peace with myself. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's-
really, it's a lot. I mean, if you interviewed me 2 years ago, before this pandemic started, I think you'll have a very different interview. This pandemic has truly, I think, shifted a lot of things, like the way I view things. Even people, connections that I've had with people. I've also started to review them, ask myself, okay, what is it that I'm taking out, and et cetera, et cetera. Yeah.
So do you think the sorry,
Yeah.
Percy, just jumping.
No.
So does it mean that, or do you think that the pandemic has actually given you time to reflect and made you a better person?
Yeah, I think the pandemic has not given me a choice. It has forced me to actually reflect and understand this weird thing that we are all doing, just living. Because before this, we take travel for granted, we take things we have, simple things that we have for granted. And so just experiencing things that you can't control is such a weird thing, and it changes you. Yeah.
It changes it obviously for you. It's for the better, because I know a lot of people. To be honest, I mean, this pandemic has been quite challenging for them, and I know a lot have decided at one point that, yeah, I'm gonna have this attitude. I'm gonna look at it and just go with the flow. But then their human nature kicks in, and suddenly it's just the overwhelming uncertainty just brings them down again. But you obviously were able to coast along, and that's why I'm curious, and that's why I was sorry, Jen. I was about to jump in.
No.
I was gonna ask that is what is your secret to maintaining this in the pandemic? Because you hinted that you were a different person before the pandemic. How did you maintain this?
Well, okay, I think when the pandemic hit, I was just in this, everyone was trying to understand what's going on and how long is this going to happen. So I started looking at books and podcasts and people just talking about the pandemic, and also spiritual gurus and all that. So when I and monks and stuff like that, all people who are just living very simplistic. So I thought, this would be helpful to gain another perspective that I need right now to cope. If not, I think, a lot of people are suffering out there because they have no outlet and they don't know how to navigate life during this difficult time. And if you don't allow yourself to be receptive and open to different perspectives, then you're finished. Literally, you're finished, as in you make things so much more difficult for yourself. So, and that's what I refuse to go into.
Wow, that's beautiful. Because I mean, it is true.
Yeah.
It's easier said than done, I guess. Is what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
for
And
sure.
you obviously are proof that it can be done. Because it is true. I mean, we have no choice. It is what it is at the moment, right? So you kind of have to adapt to it. But
I
you
think
obviously were
the
able
only
to.
choice, yeah, the only choice that you have every day is to choose whether you want to be miserable or you want to be at peace, right?
Yeah.
So every time when you get bad news, like yesterday, we found out that Singapore is going to tighten restrictions again, and so I mean, you can either go into a rage and be like, what, why are we regressing, blah blah blah, and speculate and complain, and just, I mean, you'll definitely have those thoughts because that's natural, right? We're all human. We'll have those thoughts, but then do not let it consume you after that, because it will just, who's going to be miserable? You.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I try to remind myself that every day. Of course, there are moments where I'm just like, down, but then, yeah, I'll be up. I'll be fine again.
Aaron,
Aaron,
just yeah. Go ahead. Ange.
Aaron, I think I think people really responding on the comments to what you're saying. To be thankful is to thrive, said Lord Impidimp. I think that is.
I love the name, Lord
I love the
Impidimp.
name, Lord Impidimp.
Lord Impidimp is watching from the UK.
Hi,
Oh,
Lord.
watching you guys. And they agree that being competitive in games is healthy. It's just don't compete in sort of life and at the cost of others. So thank you for that. That's a great comment. And Lord Impidimp also said the pandemic taught me how to be alone and realizing that it's not the same as loneliness. Good point. It also taught me how little we actually require in life to live. Consumerism and materialism used to rule me. So that's, yes, that's great points. Thanks, Lord Impotent. And then Kawaii Donna wants to know, what's the funniest thing that's happened to you recently, Aaron?
The funniest thing?
Yeah.
Oh, recently. Well, I've only been to work and okay. Well, I mean, this is funny to me. So I was playing tennis yesterday, and the person who booked the court before me was a coach and his student. So as soon as I walked in and said, it's just like, "Hey, you're a media corp, right?" And then I'm like, "Do you take lessons? I mean, do you give lessons? I want to learn." So it's just like, "Oh, okay, all right." So he's like, "Okay." There was an instant connection right there. I was just like, "Oh, okay." I was looking for a coach, and maybe this is it. And he knows me already, apparently. Yeah. So that was quite funny for me. Yeah.
That's cute.
Perks.
Brilliant, Aaron. Thank you so much for taking the time to spend with us on the show. You're so matured. You've really got things sorted. You're successful, but you're a work in progress. I can see big things happening for you. But unfortunately, we're running out of time. We're going to close the show and close the lid on this video time capsule. So we're going to get you to leave a message. And what do you want to say to your future grandkids? It could be anything you want to impart, anything you want to leave for them, for your dear future grandkids.
To my future grandkids, what do I want to leave? Do you want it to be serious, like what we've been talking about? Or do you want me to say something really silly?
It's absolutely up to you how you're feeling right now. And remember, this is like a video time capsule. Hopefully one day they'll get to watch this back. They'll see you at this point in time in 2021, and this is what you actually said. So it's your time. Okay,
so grandkids, if you're watching this right now, don't take life too seriously, and don't dwell on or ruminate in unhappiness. Be at peace, and remember everything will be okay if you give it time, patience, and love. Love is the key. And on another note, if there's another pandemic during your time, please just take the vaccine. Do us all a favor. Just take it. Out.
I love that. If we all take the vaccine, I hope there's no pandemic for that time.
Who knows? Just trust. Yeah. Well, I think trust is the most important thing. If you trust that things will be okay, and you follow the authorities and whoever who knows what they're doing, you'll be fine. Trust and have faith.
Yeah, trust in science. That's it.
Trust in science.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Aaron, for being our guest today. You've been an inspiration to us three and to all of the people watching who are still sending their comments now. You're very wise. That's what they say.
Oh my gosh, I try. And Ange, Jien, and Perci, thank you so much for having me here. I didn't think the interview would go into this really deep or zen kind of, or whatever you want to call it. But I was just speaking from my heart.
No, you know what, Aaron? And I say this with so much love. This is, I guess, because of watching Jien when you were a child.
I think so.
I think it was that. That was a life-changing moment for you.
Right there.
Jien means Zen.
Does it really?
Yeah.
Oh, just don't even. Yeah.
The next show is Zen.
Yeah, I know. Jien is not Zen. Jien wishes he was more Zen, but he's not.
We all do.
You'll get there.
We all do.
You'll get there. We'll all get there.
Someday.
I love how Percy has spent, Percy spent his entire career rhyming things and putting them together in a bad pun. And he's able to forge an entire successful career just from that alone. So
Don't knock it.
let that be a lesson to everyone. If you can make things rhyme, it just somehow sounds all the more catchy and important.
Actually, I want to hear your rap album, your Disney.
No, Aaron, no, don't.
No. That's not a good idea.
Or if you can't rap, then you can write it, and then Zen or Jien can rap it.
No.
No.
That's double no.
No,
Scary.
you definitely don't want to listen to that or see it. No.
Aaron, you're already in a good place. Let's keep you there.
There's only one of us in this chat, Aaron, who has any sense of musical timing or can hold a tune or can dance or has any rhythm whatsoever.
Is it
and
you?
I can tell you it's you, dude. It's only you. Sadly. We've all tried.
Oh.
We've all
Thank
had
you
our
very
I can't do
15
what you
minutes.
guys do, so it's all fair. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to thank our viewers again. I really
Yeah.
love you guys and appreciate you. Is it me? I'm always shocked that every Saturday that anyone tunes in. I love it so much. I really appreciate all your comments. I can see that Aaron has had a massive impact on everyone. Some people are distracted just by your sheer cuteness. Aaron, is that a comment I just saw?
Someone wants you to come to the Philippines already and do a show here. I think
There's quite a few people.
Ooh, how
I
can
would
I
love
hook
to.
Aaron up with a director from the Philippines? Ooh, casting time.
Always
Casting
open.
time.
Always open to it.
Casting time.
I've got a script with a lot of rhymes for you, Aaron.
Oh, no.
I'll be a rhyme master. I'll be a rap master. I'll learn how to rap. Yeah. You know Jason Godfrey raps?
Does he?
Yeah. You
Really?
should ask him to perform. Yeah, get him on again and tell him to just rap. He can freestyle quite well. I mean, he was saying no rap, but I think
Wow,
he
he
can
was
yeah.
he was our guest on the 8th episode of season 1, and he didn't mention that about that rapping. Perhaps it's time to get Jason back. Percy will write the material, and then we get Jason to rap it.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's one thing he's very good at.
Hey,
Aaron,
some people are following you
Yeah.
on social media, on Twitter. Can you just give your social media account so that everybody?
Oh yeah, it's just on Instagram, Aaron Khaled, simple, like me. My full name Aaron Khaled. Quite basic. A lot of my friends call me and say, "Aaron, you're so basic," and I'm like, "Yeah, I am."
All right,
Like
there you go.
like a good white T-shirt, right? It's
I love a good white
It's
t-shirt.
essential, right?
It's
Yeah,
basic, but it's essential. Exactly.
Yeah, nothing wrong
So-
with that.
Nothing wrong with that at all. And Aaron, once again, thank you very much. And to all our fans, viewers who are watching, you guys have been fantastic. But also, you might want to check out the Dear Future Grandkids podcast, which is an audio version. And also, we'll throw in some behind-the-scenes comments too. And once again, thank you very much for watching Dear Future Grandkids. Like always, I'm Jien. That's Percy. That's Ange. And once again, thank you very much to our guest for today, the multi-talented, very cool, centered guy, Aaron Khaled. And goodbye, everyone. Thank you so much. We'll see you the next time. Take care. Bye.
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 Bye.